John Brown with Collected Development, talking about part 3 of what I picked up at WonderCon 2025, and this will include the Spider-Man issues and Daredevil issues. These have always been two of my go-to runs, Daredevil being my very favorite ever since issue, I want to say 319 or so, and I've been getting back issues ever since. I'm getting pretty close to volume 1, but had some holes. But let's talk about Spider-Man real quick. I try and pick up some old Spider-Mans every time I am there, and I know that this is the third appearance of Dazzler. When Taylor Swift was rumored to be Dazzler in Wolverine Deadpool, this spiked up a little bit as the third appearance of Dazzler. The first appearance and is amazing, but you gotta wait for the FOMO, and died down, and I got this for a very, very reasonable price now, and it's really close to some of the other key issues that I'm looking to get a run of, so that's really exciting. And these are Web of Spider-Man. Got this classic foil spider armor 90s gimmick goodness. I had this issue. I bought it off the newsstand, but this issue, along with 3 parts of Web of Spider-Man, were lost in the mail when my parents mailed my childhood comic books to me a while back. So trying to get not everything back, but definitely needed to get this. This was my very second Web of Spider-Man I ever got, and want to get the Maximum Carnage in issue form, not just the trade paperback. So I can reread that again one day, and I think I only have about 2 or 3 left to replace. So that's exciting. And then my all-time favorite, still favorite, is Daredevil, and I even have some of the early pre-war Daredevils when it wasn't even Marvel. But this is when Daredevil and Black Widow were still in the same book, but mostly Daredevil did headline. But I kind of like these Daredevil, Black Widow covers, and this is issue 100. Obviously Stan loved issues 75, 100, 125, and just another one to knock off the list. With this Frank Miller 171, I only need 3 more Frank Millers for his first Frank Miller run, which is 159 through, I want to say, 191 or so. But this is right in the meat of his run, and this was these are around the ones that I'm missing so still, but getting there, and I'll show you the whole run when I'm done. And then got a few more. I never had the full tie-in of Dead Man's Hand, so I was able to get at least all the Daredevil and Punishers of Dead Man's Hand. I heard it was a pretty good story, at least when I was a kid. Who knows? Some of these stories age pretty well, some don't. Tell me what you think, if it aged well, if it didn't, if you read it as a kid, if you read it now. But this is a tie-in with Daredevil, Nomad, and Punisher, and so each issue has kind of these cards at the top of the title. But as you can see, I have the Daredevils and Punishers, so I'm missing the Nomads, so I'm going to have to come back and find those. Nobody really had those at Comic-Con because they're very common and expensive. And then I got a couple right before Fall of Grace, which is 317 with Taskmaster in the background, and 318, which is right before Miller's Fall from Grace storyline, which was awesome and got me hooked on Daredevil as a kid. But excited, and probably can get those Nomads in the dollar bin, or pretty cheap, to get this whole Dead Man Hands 9-part series. Cool. All right, well, that's what I got, and thanks so much for watching. Always appreciate it.